Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to discuss about international data encryption algorithm. So that is IDEA algorithm, international data encryption algorithm. Okay, so this IDEA algorithm is used, so it is designed to overcome the problem of DES algorithm. So what is the problem of DES algorithm? So DES algorithm was taken as a standardized algorithm, and it is a strong algorithm, but what happened is because of the key size, okay, key size is of 56 bit, okay, this was cracked within 22 hours. Earlier DES, the strength itself was its key, okay, because it is using 56 bit key, it is that is 56 bit effective key, okay, 64 bit key we are passing, but effective key is of 56 bit key, okay. But later on what happened is this DES algorithm itself is cracked, okay, that means the key is easily identified within 22 hours, okay. So because of this problem of DES algorithm, IDEA is developed to replace the DES algorithm. Okay, so this IDEA algorithm is designed by Josiah Lai and James L. Massey in 1991. Okay, so this is also called the minor version of PES, that is Proposed Encryption Standards. So this is also one more algorithm, just like DES algorithm, AES algorithm. Proposed Encryption Standard is also one more encryption algorithm itself. So this IDEA algorithm is originally called as IPES, that is Improved PES, and it was developed to replace the DES algorithm. Okay, then this IDEA algorithm, it is going to avoid this lookup tables and S boxes. Okay, so in DES algorithm and AES algorithm, use S boxes, substitution boxes for the substitution purpose. Okay, whatever the byte is there, that has to be substituted by a new byte. So for this, S boxes are used, okay, in DES algorithm and also AES algorithm. So these substitution boxes are avoided in IDEA algorithm, okay, and it was used as symmetric cipher. Okay, so what does mean by symmetric cipher? That is the key, whatever we are using for the encryption, the same key we are using as the decryption. Clear? So in the encryption and decryption, if the same key is used, that is said to be symmetric. So IDEA was used as the symmetric cipher in early versions of Pretty Good Privacy. Pretty Good Privacy is nothing but the email security crypto system. Okay, so in that we are using IDEA as the symmetric cipher. Then, so now we go for the detailed description of IDEA algorithm. So where we just go through this IDEA algorithm by comparing with the DES algorithm. Okay, DES algorithm uses what? 62-bit plain text. 64-bit plain text, and the effective key size is of 56-bit. But coming to IDEA algorithm, it is going to operate with 64-bit plain text. That means plain text size we are using the same. But coming to the key, here the key size is 128-bit. Okay, it uses what? 128-bit, and also it avoids the substitution boxes and table lookups used in the block ciphers. Okay, and here coming to the structure. So how the structure is used in this IDEA algorithm. So here we are going to use the different sub key blocks. Okay, so the key is being divided into sub keys. So how that is, the key is being divided into sub blocks, and then encryption and decryption process will be same. Okay, so how this structure is being defined. So now you can see here, you can see the structure here. IDEA algorithm uses 8 rounds plus 1 output transformation round. So totally we are going to use 9 rounds. Okay, it has 9 rounds. So it is 8 rounds plus 1 output transformation round. Okay, so 8 rounds will be what? Same. So here I am representing with what? The first round. So you can see here Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, Z5 and Z6. Okay, so these are Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, Z5 and Z6 are nothing but the key subblocks. Okay, so we are taking the 128-bit key and here we are using what? 6 key subblocks. 6 key subblocks. Okay, next again in the next round, again next key subblocks, again next one we are going to use next key subblocks, and in each one how many we are using in each round? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So 6 key subblocks in each round. So how many rounds? 8 rounds. Okay, 8 into 6, that is 48, plus coming to the last round, output transformation round, we are using again 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that is plus 4. So totally how many key subblocks we require? We require 52 key subblocks. Okay, so this key subblocks, I am saying what? Key subblocks, but how many bits in each key subblock? That is of what? 16 bit. Okay, so 16-bit key subblocks we are going to have, but we are providing only 128-bit key, right? So this 128-bit key first will be divided into 8 subblocks, okay, and then it has to be expanded. The key has to be generated because we require what? 52 into 16, that is more than 128. So how it will be generated, we'll see in the next step. Okay, so but what we need to understand, in each round we are using 6 key subblocks. Like this we are going to have 8 rounds, and finally in 8th round, 9th round, that is the output transformation, we are going to use again 4 key subblocks, right? So you can see here in the block diagram you have this plus and XOR and then this dot. So what are the symbols representing? So this is what? XOR. This symbol is XOR, bit by bit exclusive OR operation. Okay, and this plus indicates addition, modulo addition. Okay, so 16-bit registers we are going to perform modulo 2 addition, and similarly this dot indicates multiplication. So 2 power 16 plus 1, that one that is modulo 2 multiplication. Okay, this is for the multiplication, this is for the addition. Clear? So here, and coming to the keys we discussed, that is we are going to have 52 sub key blocks, and coming to the plain text, the plain text is of what? 64-bit. So that 64-bit plain text is being divided into 4 parts. Okay, so each part is of what? 16-bit. So first 16 bits here, next 16 bits for Z2, next 16 bits for Z3, next 16 bits for Z4. So here multiplication will be performed, here addition will be performed, here again addition, here multiplication. So 4 parts will be separately processed, and the resultants will be, okay, so Z1 resultant, Z1 multiplied with the 16-bit plain text block, so that result will be XORed with the Z3 addition with this 16-bit plain block, so that output we are going to perform XOR, and Z2 output and Z4 output we are performing XOR. Okay, so these resultant again we are performing addition and multiplication with Z5 and Z6. So this is what? The round 1. Okay, and again we are performing what? XORs. Here in these many additions, multiplications and XOR operations are used in each round of IDEA so that we can avoid the S boxes. Okay, the operation of S box is for substitute the byte with the new value. Alright, so here that complete S boxes usage will be avoided by using multiple multiplications, additions and XOR operations. Okay, so like this the idea, each round will be using 6 subblocks of the keys, and the plain text will be divided into 4 subblocks. Okay, so we require 52 sub key blocks. Okay, so how 52? In each round 6, totally 8 rounds plus 1 output transformation round. In output transformation we require 4 sub-key blocks so that we can generate the ciphertext in IDEA algorithm. Right. So now coming to the key generation. So we are passing what 128 bit, but how many we require? We require 52 16-bit key sub blocks. So for this one, how it is being generating, how the key is expanded. So the key can be expanded by taking this 128-bit key. So whatever the given 128-bit key, that is partitioned into 8 16-bit subblocks. 8 into 16, that is 128. So we are going to divide into 8 parts. Okay. So first 6 we are going to use in the first round. Next 2 we are going to use in the second round. And for the remaining, what we are doing? We are going to perform cyclically shifted. That is what? Circular shifted. By circular left shift by 25 positions. So we are performing what? Circular left shift by 25 positions, and again we are going to divide into what? 8 parts. Okay. So we, after shifting the 128-bit block, we will be again dividing that into what? 16-bit subblocks. Okay. So like this we are proceeding until we generate the total 52 16-bit key subblocks. Okay. So here the operation is what? How the key is expanded? The 128-bit key is shifted by 25 position. How it is shifted? Circular left shift. Okay. So the resultant will be again partitioned into 8 16-bit subblocks. So like this it is going to proceed until it is generating how many? 52 16-bit key subblocks. So this is how the key is generated. Okay. Now you can see the table here. So that is representing how many number of rounds and what are the keys we are using and how many output. So now in each round 6. Yes or no? In each round 6 keys. So Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, Z5, Z6. Okay. First round, second round, third round, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Okay. 8 into 6, 48. And output transformation we have what? Again 4. Okay. So totally it is what? 52 sub-key blocks we are going to use. Okay. Now here coming to the operation encryption. What we are using? We are using this multiplication. Okay. Multiplication modulo 2 power 16 plus 1. Right. So the modulo operation in the modulo 2 power 16 plus 1. Clear? So the multiplication. So whatever the values are there, that must be in between 2 power 16 plus 1. Okay, so that's why it is what? Multiplication modulo we are saying. Multiplication modulo of 2 power 16 plus 1. Okay, and coming to this addition. Addition is what? Modulo 2 power 16. The values should be between 0 to 2 power 16. So that is what? Addition modulo 2 power 16. Right. So multiplication modulo 2 power 16 plus 1. Addition modulo 2 power 16. And this is XOR operation. Clear? XOR operation. So like this, Z1 multiplication modulo, Z2 addition modulo, Z3 addition modulo, Z4 multiplication modulo, Z5 multiplication modulo, Z6 multiplication modulo. So like this in each round these 6 key subblocks are used, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 XOR operations we are going to perform. So this is what in each round we are going to have. So this same process will be continued until 8 rounds are completed. So this is the first round, remaining 7 rounds. Okay, 8 rounds are completed. The same process we are going to apply, and in the last round again the remaining 4 sub keys we are performing. Z1 multiplication modulo, Z2 addition modulo, Z3 addition modulo, and Z4 multiplication modulo. So this is how the IDEA algorithm is going to perform the encryption. Clear? So this, and coming to the decryption process. So what is happening here? The plain text is divided into 4 parts. So first part with Z1, second part with Z2, third part with Z3, fourth part with Z4. Okay. So the outputs will be XOR and Z5 multiplication modulo, Z6 multiplication modulo. Here the out resultant will be again addition modulos, and again the resultants will be XOR. Okay, so by seeing the complexity, so this is what a complicated operation. So this complexity is improving the encryption strength. Okay, so how much complex the operation it is, the encryption strength will be more. Clear? So this is how the encryption process will continue. 8 rounds plus 1 output transformation, totally 9 rounds. When you go for DES algorithm, it is of 16 rounds. Okay, but still it is cracked, it is using only 56-bit key. But coming to IDEA algorithm, it is using 128-bit key, and that is expanded up to what? 52 sub-key blocks, and each sub-key is of what? 16-bit. Right? So like this, it is going to improve the strength of the encryption. And coming to the decryption, decryption is also same as that of encryption, but this 52-bit keys subblocks are used in the inverse order. Okay, so that is this. You can see here the only difference is that each of 52 16-bit sub-key blocks used for the decryption is the inverse of the key sub-block used in the encryption process. In the encryption process, we have used one 16-bit block as the sub-key. Okay, that sub-key's inverse is used in the decryption algorithm. So that is the only difference in encryption and decryption. The process is same. Okay, so the structure is same. Encryption and decryption, totally 8 rounds plus 1. So that is, the process is same, but the key is used as inverse. Okay, inverse key we are using. So that is the decryption process, and it can be used. I already discussed about these modes of operation, and IDEA supports these 4 modes of operations: electronic code book, cipher block chaining, cipher feedback, output feedback, all these it is going to support. Okay, so that is about IDEA algorithm. In the next class, we'll discuss about Blowfish. Thank you.